Andy Kraling, Frank McBride here at Grizzly Park, a rainy, drizzly, cold Grizzly Park for our second live broadcast on GTV, this time going with girls soccer, the John Stark Generals against the Goffstown Grizzlies. Frank, what do you expect to see in tonight's game?
I think you have two great teams, very evenly matched, and I think you're going to see some really good girls high school soccer.
Goffstown comes into the match 5-2-1 in sixth place in Division II in the NHIA. John Stark at 6-2-1, one step ahead in fifth. They just beat Hanover, which is one of the best teams in the state.
The quality win for John Stark over Hanover. I would say that's their big win of the season, and at that point Hanover I think was undefeated. So,
well, we're excited to be here. We're excited to bring you the game live on GTV. We'll be back with the live broadcast in just about 2 minutes. Thanks.
Storybook! They make movies over this, folks!
Three, two, history is in making.
Welcome to Channel 40.
Welcome back to Grizzly Park. Andy Kraling, Frank McBride here. Second live broadcast on GTV. Goffstown girls soccer. The Grizzlies taking on the Generals of John Stark. When I drove in, Frank, it was about 58 degrees. It is it's not cold. Well, it is a little chilly, but the rain is it's a mist. Perfect temperature and perfect conditions to play soccer in.
I concur. Miss playing on these days. You can stay fresh forever.
and if we could get the camera to move over, which we can't, but we should mention that athletic director Steve Fountain is right next door. He's been working hard on the field. If we could see his pants are covered with water. He's been out putting tarps and pulling tarps off. Yep, there we go. There's Steve. We've heard the stories that Steve doesn't work. This proves opposite.
He's a good guy.
Let's quickly running through the starting lineups. First for the Generals of John Stark, who are coached by Heather Doucette, come into the match 6-2-1, actually currently fourth in Division II. In goal is Avery Gorhan, a ninth grader. Also Jocelyn Diamond, number 6, who's a sophomore. Brooke Shatney, number 9, who is a sophomore. Savannah LaBounty, number 11, who is a junior. Liz Brandt, also a junior. Angie Bisa, number 13, a junior. Casey Poirier, a senior, one of the few seniors on the general roster. Liz Neal, number 16, is a junior. Nikki Biso, one of the Biso twins, starts. She's a junior. Kara Easter, a freshman, starts for John Stark. And the final starter, Megan Blanchette, a junior. The starting lineups for the Goffstown Grizzlies: in goal, Leandra Nault, Parker McBride, Nikki Paquette, Alyssa Bork, Sydney Gagnon, Allie LeBlanc, Monique Sirois, Sam Woodward, Peyton McBride, those names sound familiar, and Gabby Cass and Nicole Nanoff complete the starting lineups for the Goffstown Grizzlies. We'll kind of see in the first 5 minutes, Frank, I think, how this game's going to play out.
Again, I would reiterate, I'm expecting some really good high school quality soccer, both very well coached teams, and I think they'll knock the ball around well.
Well, Coach Wiley, this is his first year. He's been a club coach for years, as we know. And how has he fit into the Goffstown community thus far?
I think he's done a great job. And clearly the girls had a very, very solid, strong coaching staff before. That being said, it was a big transition for the girls. I think they've done a really good job with the transition. And I think Matt's done an excellent job with a very, very hard schedule.
Ball collected by Gabby Cass in the midfield. Knocked over to LeBlanc. I think we're going to see a lot of changes of possession. I think it's going to take a little while for the teams to feel each other out, feel the field out, kind of get a sense of how things are going to play. And Frank has to lean around to kind of see out the window. He's having some difficulty. Steve, I think we need more windows up here.
I'll make it work.
Brooke Shatney in the middle of the field. Knocks it forward. Sam Woodward knocks it outside. John Stark throw in. High school soccer, 40 minutes. Still at the referee's discretion at the end. We pretty much stopped the clock with 2 minutes to go. Soccer is one of those weird sports, unlike any other sport that we have, where there's no real official time. What do you make of that?
No, I think it's obviously a deep and strong tradition. People, especially non-soccer players, it drives them nuts. I can't tell you the amount of times I've heard since I've been here at Goffstown High School, why the heck don't they keep the clock going?
Well, it is one of those things where there's actually no official time. The referee makes the decision when he or she is willing to finish the game. And, yes, it does drive some people crazy. And usually with the added time element that you see in professional games, at least it gives you an idea when the game should finish. In high school, we don't have that luxury to be able to see. John Stark moving the ball around the back.
Good early ball movement for Stark, I would say.
You can see they look pretty comfortable on the ball. But the wet field is going to change things a lot. I think people are going to have to be a little more cautious and play ball more to feet, usually in the wetness. Yeah. You want to play not to space, but to feet. Throw in the Goffstown end. Brooke Shatney. Ball out of bounds. And the other thing that's kind of interesting about high school soccer is unlimited substitutions. People can come back in and out of the game. Very different from international soccer when you're limited to having only 3 people subbing.
Nice combination. Clearly, it's something that I think can be used to the advantage of coaches when you have that unlimited substitution.
Ball knocked forward to the middle.
Knock it. Oh, first touch.
Alyssa Bork just missed. That's a great ball inside, though, and she had some space, and she was able to get a good effort on near the goal.
Very, very dangerous ball. Nice cross by Monique, I think.
Any future, we're looking around the field here, any chance of getting lights back here?
You know, that's
I'm going to put you on the spot numerous times during this. You know that, right?
I'm going to start with soft questions first. We'll take that in the second half. Let me get warmed up. Let me get my feet under me.
You saw that I brought a flashlight in here because I know it's going to get dark. John Stark on the offense. Shatney once again going forward. Knocked out of bounds by Sam Woodward.
Good touch.
Looking cross field. Over to Casey Poirier. She misses the tackle. Tracked down by Monique Sirois. Sirois.
I believe.
These French names, honestly, you have to say them like 5 times. You don't know whether they're Americanized or the French pronunciations.
very, very strong freshman back. She's had a great start to her freshman season.
It's interesting. You see, in many respects, on the girls' side of sports, you see many more freshmen be able to physically step up and play at a varsity level.
You definitely do. I mean, the two outside starting backs for Goffstown are both freshmen and have started from day one here. They've done a great job. Monique and Gabby.
Ball knocked forward in the midfield. Taken away by Nikki Paquette. Looking forward. Knocked on by Liz Brandt for John Stark. Ball out of bounds. Stark throw in. Far sidelines. 35 minutes remaining first period. Live broadcast here on GTV of the John Stark Generals Goffstown Grizzlies girls soccer game. Ball knocked forward.
A little long. Nice look. Great idea. I think the wet grass again skipped a little.
Jocelyn Diamond trying to track that down, but the ball a little too far. And did you notice, actually, in the last 2 days, since the weather's gotten rainy, we see many more colors around? It's like all of a sudden the colors like flipped a switch down here in southern New Hampshire.
Good touch.
Peyton McBride knocks it forward. That name sounds familiar. Frank, 2 daughters on this team. What is that like as a parent and as an administrator? But let's first as a parent, when you have 2 daughters who have different needs from you as a parent, how do you handle that?
I would say it's very interesting. It's a work in progress. Still attempting to be a dad first always with them, and definitely I have the coach in me comes out too much sometimes when I should just give them a hug and forget to give them too much coaching feedback. So
well, there's no guidebook to this, and you're just kind of playing it by ear and seeing how things go, and yeah, once again you're just kind of going without a map.
Yeah, overall it's been a great ride to date. So early John Stark sub here.
Of course, she's not on the roster. She's one of the few people who's not on the roster. Number 25, that's Amanda Nikias.
Okay.
Amanda Nikias checking for John Stark.
Stark bringing it in the area. Tried to bring it across. Picked up by Nault. No real danger there, but once again, the defense was able to you could sneak by the defense there. That poses some danger.
A little too easy. That's one of those balls, too. If it's out by the 6, it's super dangerous. We're lucky it went right to the keeper.
Now, are you a proponent of just knocking the ball as hard as you can out of the back or trying to work it out of the back?
I'm a fan of – I definitely like good soccer when you can, and so I like the notion of attempting to play the ball out of the back to space and or to feet. I do think, though, you got to be practical sometimes. On a wet field, you might play a little bit more direct or a little safer on a day like today.
Yeah, I think safety first.
Yeah.
When in doubt,
knock it out.
Knock it out.
I think I've heard that from a coach or two.
Gabby Cass on the throw-in.
Good challenge.
Peyton McBride attempting, but can't get the ball. Nicole Nanoff, middle of the park. She's an imposing presence.
She is. She's just a really imposing presence, whether she's in the classroom or on the field. She's an outstanding student athlete. Big time softball player.
Was she not the player of the year?
Oh, she was the Division II player of the year.
Break for Goffstown. Alyssa Bork crosses over, unfortunately, just over the end line for a goal kick.
Good effort.
So getting back to Nicole, great student.
Great student. I want to say she's 17th in the graduating in the 2015 the senior class. She's really focused, really disciplined, and clearly a real strong female student athlete.
And just so, player of the year last year in Division II softball. Has she been recruited for softball, as far as you know?
I believe she is assigned, sealed, and delivered at Merrimack College. She's definitely had her heart set on it early on, and I believe she is heading to Merrimack College.
That's wonderful to hear. And it brings up last year's soccer star for the Grizzlies, now playing out in New York State.
Sienna, Michelle Tremblay.
And have you heard any word about that?
She's had a lot of playing time. I think she had an early, nicked up a little early. She's had a lot of playing time, and she just last week scored her first collegiate goal.
That's great.
I think she's playing out of the midfield. I think her team had some struggles at first, but I think with the win where she scored a goal, I think it brought the team to like 4-5 the last time I checked.
Okay, that's good. Well, it proves that there's life after high school for some student athletes. That's a very difficult road, and it's a big step to take. Alyssa Bork going to the corner. Makes the turn. Left
Good
foot.
touch.
Beats the defender.
Good touch.
Right
It's a
foot
good
to the
dangerous
cross.
ball.
Oh.
Ooh, good dangerous ball.
Gabby Cass knocks it
Follow.
back in. Unfortunately, not to anyone. Picked up by the keeper, Avery Gorhand. But once again, at least you saw some space.
Yep.
Bork was able to make the run forward. Jocelyn Diamond knocking it forward to Brooke Shatney.
Good coverage by Sid Gagnon.
Very good defense. Knock it out. Once again, you be safe in the back. You don't have to play everything short. Another substitution for John Stark. Kendall Kime coming into the game, replacing Angie Biso.
Number 5, Kendall Kime on for John Stark.
Control by the Grizzlies. Knocked forward. And a little ping pong action, which is usually that's not uncommon. 30 minutes remaining, first half. No score. John Stark and Goffstown. Division II girls soccer here at Grizzly Field, Goffstown, New Hampshire. 58 degrees. Overcast. The crowd's starting to fill in. More people are starting to show up. Here comes McBride taking it forward on the right. She's got some space.
A lot of space.
Two in the middle.
Good ball.
Looking for Bork.
Again.
Knocked off. Oh! Swing and a miss by Paquette. And cleared out by the Generals. Nanoff back and knocking it forward. She's
Good
taking
decision,
it forward
good
herself.
decision.
Breakaway. Nanoff over the goal. Oh.
Ooh, she got a field goal, no goal.
Oh, my. That was a great run, though.
Very, very, very nice place. Picked her spot well. It's just so tempting in soccer to try to crank it up.
On for the Grizzlies. Number 6,
Bridget Kisselbach enters the game,
Aaron
replacing Nikki Paquette. But that was a great opportunity for Nanoff.
Well
She
done.
picked it up 30 yards out, dribbled through 3 defenders, came in on the breakaway, just hit a little too hard and went over the bar. Best opportunity of the game.
Definitely. Well done. Good idea. Good ball, Bridget.
Bork knocking it back to Cass. Taken away by Stark, but good defense.
Nice defensive play.
Well, we've seen some opportunities both ends. That was by far the best one. I think that bodes well for the future. It's interesting when you play a game against a team that's local. The temperatures go up a little bit. It means a little bit more. Do you think there's a little bit more of a rivalry since it's a game with John Stark?
Absolutely, and you also have there was quite a bit of competition for some friendlies over the summer. You have Coach Heather Doucette, whose 3 children go to Goffstown High School, so there's a lot of interesting things that we can talk about as the broadcast goes on. So I would definitely say there's got to do it
They know each other very well.
very well. Yeah.
Cleared forward by Kara Easter. Once again, knocked back. Liz Neal plays it over to Liz Brandt. Just over center, looks to the middle. Intercepted, not a good pass. Picked up by Allie LeBlanc.
Good effort.
Gabby Cass on the defense. Takes it away, looks backwards towards her own goal, plays it inside. That's a tough ball. It's intercepted
Good
by John
challenge.
Stark.
That was good recovery. Teammates helped her out. That's what good teammates do.
That's a tough ball. You don't want to play
Yeah.
it towards your goal inside the 18.
Maybe a good idea on a dry day.
Knocked forward, intercepted by Cass and knocked out of bounds. John Stark to throw in. So the game's going back and forth. There is no sense of one team controlling.
No, I think
Thus far.
I think Stark had a little bit of the early advantage, and I think Goffstown's come back and even things off here.
Nanoff with a strong header in the middle of the park.
That could be dangerous.
Well, sometimes you just want to go over the top and you want to be as direct as possible. Here's Jocelyn Diamond. Beats one defender, takes it to the middle to the D, takes a left-footed shot. It's going to be wide. But once again, just one person going one-on-one was able to create a halfway dangerous opportunity. Sierra Blondo enters the game for the Grizzlies,
Sierra Blondo on for the
replacing Alyssa Bork.
Alyssa had some good early minutes. Thought played hard up front. Sarah Blondo, her substitute, is one of the top students in the junior class. Super smart, super fast.
It's interesting when you see girls' sports. There's so many good athletes who are female athletes who are also good students.
Yeah, you often see that go hand in hand, that really intense focus.
Sam Woodward loses in the middle. Nanoff playing defense. That's a great
Ooh, that's
ball
a great
forward.
ball, very dangerous.
Brooke Shatney outside the 18 takes a shot.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh,
that's
ooh.
danger.
You see that her first touch was excellent, kept it going directly at the net. I think at the end, faded a little at the end, and
Yep.
you'll often see that ball go a little wide when you fade.
Yep, she took it a little past
Little
where
wide,
she should.
little wide. Great first touch. Second one, let her down a tad. Nice play, though. Nice through ball. I don't know who made it, but it was great through ball.
Those are two good opportunities. Ball played right up the middle. That's going to be
Another dangerous.
intercepted.
Another dangerous.
Jocelyn Diamond,
challenge.
great defense by
Good early
Kate
ball.
McBride. Plays it forward to Blondo, chasing it down. Ball cleared.
Good challenge.
Ali LeBlanc. Nanoff contesting. Gets cleared to midfield for Stark. And knocked out
This
wide.
could be dangerous. This could be dangerous. She's dangerous on the flank. Good ball.
Sir Royce plays it forward.
Good
Oh, it's a
ball.
great ball.
Good
McBride
ball.
trying to track it down.
Ooh.
Picked up by Avery Gorhan. See, those are dangerous.
That
As far
was-
as I'm concerned, put it in front of the goal and good things happen.
Absolutely. Payton hits that first touch early, and she would have had a real danger. When the ball runs, it's hard on a wet field. Very, very nice ball by Monique Royce.
Ball knocked forward by Stark. Easily taken by Sidney Gagnon. Knocks it out of bounds. Throw in Stark.
Good safe play.
Well, you have to be safe. In the defense, you don't have to be tricky. You just need to be safe.
Yep. And you got to throw in coming.
Gabby Cass knocks it forward to McBride. Knocked out of bounds. A lot of midfield play.
Yep.
That's Aaron Benetter. Knocks it forward to teammate Kendall Kime, who plays it
Dangerous
forward.
ball.
That's a great
Very
ball.
dangerous ball.
Amanda Nikias inside the area, puts a left footer across. It's knocked down
Right.
by LeBlanc. No, I'm sorry.
I think that's a very good no
by
call.
Sam Woodward.
Sometimes
you have to
you'll get that call. I think that was just incidental contact. Feet get tripped up.
You have to let them play most of the time. That's the whole idea.
Two good veteran officials.
Ball played forward, Sierra Blondo.
Challenge.
Another couple subs coming in for Goffstown. Ashlyn Kuchar comes in. Can't see exactly who she's replacing. A couple subs for John Stark. That'd be Kirsten Tower, Angie Biso,
Powell,
and Meg Gordon.
Biso, and Gordon on for
Ashland's another freshman speedster. Really, really.
Ali
lot of
LeBlanc
pace.
coming off for Goffstown. I'm sorry. Gorhan knocks it forward. Taken down by Angie Biso.
Good challenge by Gabby.
23 minutes remaining. First half, no score.
50, Casey Poirier on for the general.
Here at Grizzly Field, Andy Kraling, Frank McBride. First live soccer broadcast ever in Goffstown history. Second live sports broadcast.
I thought this was the
Ever.
first live one. Andy's
No.
telling me it's the second.
It
was
is
a
the
basketball
second.
ga-
Adam and I did the girls basketball game last winter. A live broadcast on GTV. Ball knocked forward.
Another dangerous ball. Great.
Nault was good to come off the line quickly.
Looking for a counter. That's a nice ball. Ooh.
Siroy's knocked down. Once again, incidental contact, no foul called. The referees, I think, have learned. When girls soccer and girls sports in general first started, you could clearly see differences in how games were officiated. The refs, in general, I'm talking in generalities, didn't want the girls to play as physically, but you can see as girls sports have matured, so have the officials in refereeing girls sports, and they certainly let a lot more go than they used to.
I'm a fan of letting them play as much as you possibly can.
Well, there's always been, for the longest time, there's been differences in how boys and girls sports have been officiated. I think that's a fair statement. Now that gap is really, really different, and then most of the games are pretty similarly called.
Good ball. Good challenge again by Nicole.
Nanoff knocks it forward. Looks like offside's called. That's about the first time the officials have had to call the window. Have had to blow anything today.
I didn't see it, but I don't have a great angle either. Maybe I'm just rooting.
Clearly, they're not getting paid by the whistle.
No. Good challenge again by Nicole.
She's so tough in the middle.
She is.
You can see she controls and commands the space around her.
There's absolutely no one better D2 soccer, at least I'd say, in the air than Nicole. She's just big, strong. She hit probably the softball in her. She just really judges the ball very, very well.
Ball knocked forward, dangerous ball.
Whoa.
Kirsten Tower bringing it inside. Good defense by Cass to knock it out. But once again, Stark dangerous on the corners. And the little through balls have caused Goffstown some problems.
There's maybe by Sydney Gagnon.
Number 9,
Brooke Shatney back in the game for the Generals. Ball knocked towards the corner.
It runs.
Gagnon chases it down, out for a goal kick.
Mentioned this Sydney Gagnon support. Both Goffstown girls, they play a flat back 4, which is a very, very, very popular in all professional soccer, collegiate soccer, club soccer. Not as popular yet in high school. And so when talking about Sid Gagnon and Sam Woodward are the 2 central defenders, and they've done a really, really nice job this year.
It's interesting. When we played, it was always a sweeper,
Correct.
and nowadays a sweeper is a person of the past. Okay, back into the game for Goffstown, Peyton McBride, and also returning is Allie LeBlanc. Coming off will be Bridget Kisselbach and Sierra Blondo. Once again, throwing down in the Goffstown end, trying to get it in the middle, but it's knocked out by Stark. Unfortunately, missed kick.
Couple in a row.
Gabby Cass picking it up.
Win there by Nicole. That was
Knocks it outside.
dangerous.
Kirsten Tower plays it back.
Giving too
Brooke
much speed.
Shatney with a left foot knocked
Nice
away.
play by Monique again. Really nice play.
Whoop.
Good challenge.
Like a handball.
Nice dangerous play here. If she keeps it in. Ooh. Really good idea. Good defensive play. She was out there one-on-one a couple times and won both battles.
Bounty on for the Generals.
$19 minutes remaining. First half, no score. John Stark and Goffstown. Girls Soccer Division II. John Stark enters the match with a 6-2-1 record, currently in 4th place in Division II. Goffstown entering with a 5-2-1 record in 6th place. John Stark coming off a great win over Hanover, who was undefeated. Hanover still the #1 team in Division II.
Hanover and Portsmouth, 2 teams at the top, both very, very strong teams.
Well, it's interesting that the Hanover boys played Division I. They won the state championship last year in Division I. So they're very good. Here's the ball
dangerous
knocked
ball.
forward. Gagnon
Good ball.
looks to the middle. Bork
Good idea.
Doesn't get enough.
Got to follow.
doesn't get enough meat on it.
Whitefield, you got to follow. That was a really, really nice sequence. Started at midfield. Payton knocked it wide to Sydney Gagnon. Sydney drove the net, put it across to Alyssa Bork, and almost.
It's 2 passes. It's 2 passes and you're dangerous. And it's simple. Boom, boom, and cross. Substitution for Stark. Coming in, Kara Easter and Jocelyn Diamond returning to the game.
Diamond and Easter on for the Generals.
Can't tell if it's still raining out. It looks like it's misting just a little.
Feels pretty nice.
Knocked forward.
Good win.
Nanoff gets in the way. Ball still not cleared. Right at midfield.
Good win again, Allie LeBlanc. Good touch.
That is a good ball.
Out
Nikki
to Sydney
Paquette.
Gagnon again.
Gagnon's had some success
She has.
on the right wing.
She's strong and fast.
Oh.
Ooh, this is a dangerous play now. If I could, so Sydney Gagnon is one I just mentioned in central back. Though, coach typically gives her like 10 minutes each half where she'll let her loose up front. And Sydney's been very successful during those 10 minutes up front. She's super fast and strong, and she has a knack for putting the ball in the back of the net.
Dangerous ball right in front. Nanoff running forward, but it's knocked out
Ooh.
before it gets there.
Ooh,
But that's what you want. Put the ball in front. Good
Okay.
defense by Stark.
good challenge.
And they're still penned in their end. This is when
Yeah.
you want to try to batten down the hatches and don't let them out of their end.
Call it lock them in soccer.
But ball cleared out over midfield. Chased down by Woodward.
Good flick. Good ball.
There we go again. A little too much
Yeah.
on that one.
Right idea, wrong club.
Is that a golf reference?
I think it is, yeah.
Did you watch any of the Ryder Cup?
I didn't, but I'm told I didn't miss much.
No, you didn't. I'm not a golf fan, but I was suckered into watching it.
Yeah. I typically do watch it, and I like it. I like the rivalry.
Well, the fans get a chance to be loud and boisterous, which doesn't happen at golf matches,
Yeah.
and that makes it kind of interesting. Throw in for Goffstown. Knocks it forward.
It's a good ball. Good challenge again. He dangerous. Step quicker.
15 minutes, 15:50 remaining first half. No score, John Stark and Goffstown.
It's a nice challenge by Sam Woodward. Ooh, she got called for it.
Yeah, there was a little too much body contact.
Yeah. Good aggressive play.
Now, this is an interesting angle right now for Stark. The ball's in the middle of the field, which kind of limits what you can do with the ball.
Yeah.
You can throw it forward, but the angle is tough to actually do something dangerous.
Wet day, I'm cracking it, so I'm hitting it hard.
You're
towards
hitting it as
the-
hard as you can?
to the net. Yeah, I'm okay with that ball. I like it. It's dangerous, I think.
Knocked out, put back in by Stark, but over everybody's head, out for a goal kick. Now, we have other homecoming events. This is homecoming week at Goffstown High School. We have a live broadcast apparently this Saturday, the boys, the football game.
Big football game against Winnacunnet.
That's at 1:30 on GTV. What other sporting events that you know of? There's a volleyball game tonight. I know they're playing
a big
Bishop
volleyball
Girton.
game tonight against Bishop Girton. It's a, what do we call it? Go Pink. It's a breast cancer awareness / fundraiser. So a lot of pink in the gym, a lot of pink uniforms. Matt Leonard, the head coach of the volleyball team, has just done a spectacular job. Their team's doing very well. I want to say they're like in third or fourth.
They're in third place.
5 or 6 in a row, I think they've won.
Yep.
And they really, really do a good job raising money for breast cancer. They have for several years, thousands and thousands of dollars.
It's really interesting how sports have adopted breast cancer awareness as one of a major cause. And from both boys and girls sides have done really fine fundraising efforts.
Yeah, they've definitely been super successful, the girls volleyball program at that. Good challenge again with Sid.
A lot of midfield play at this point. We haven't had a whole lot of offensive opportunities.
That's a really, really nice
And that's
play.
a great ball over the top, being chased down.
Nice aggressive play by.
Well, Leander came off the line well to read that. And that as a goalkeeper, that's what you have to do. You have to save your defenders in that situation.
I'm catching myself because on the sideline would have called the Nalty. So I'm trying to be professional. So yes, Leander Nault, a senior, really had a good year. Having a good year. Really, really nice career at Goffstown High School, and that has been a starting keeper since sophomore year.
There's Bork, touches it outside.
Good idea.
Knocked out by Savannah LaBounty. Goffstown on the move down the left-hand side. We're down to 13 minutes and some change remaining in the first half. No score. Andy Kraling, Frank McBride. GTV's inaugural girls soccer broadcast. GTV's inaugural fall broadcast, live broadcast on GTV. That's a nice ball
Another
forward.
nice ball.
She's got some room. Looks like Liz Neal up front. Good defense and cleared out finally out of the danger zone.
Confident touch back towards the center, but again, Sam Woodward, as one of those central backs I was speaking of, gave herself a nice angle where she could play it safely out of bounds.
Yeah, that was well played.
Yeah, good early preparation.
Well, and you like to see the kids feel confidence in the other players to
Yep.
play a ball back in a dangerous area. Nice header out by Nanoff.
She wins so many big defensive challenges.
So she's planning on playing softball in college.
Definitely softball, but I'm not convinced she might try to do both.
That's going to be tough at
That's
the
a
Division
good
II
ball.
level.
Yeah,
Time for Bork.
good ball again.
Plays it out to McBride. Looks it forward. And just a little too far
Good
for
idea.
Sydney Gagnon.
Hit it a tad.
Ashley Kuchar returns to the game for Goffstown.
Number 7, Ashley
Kendall
Kuchar,
Kime
on
returns
the
for the
Grizzlies.
Generals.
And number 7, Aaron
Alyssa Bork comes off for Goffstown.
Check that. Number 5, Kendall Kime on for the Generals.
Little space. Actually, that was a good defensive play. Ball out of bounds for a throw-in for Goffstown. Referees are letting them play. It's not very
Yeah.
physical,
No.
which is good. There is some physicality, but nothing bad. Some time in the space in the middle. She rushed that pass a little bit.
She did. Yeah, I like that she kept her head up and looked. Thought she picked the wrong spot, but
Gabby Cass chasing it down. Knocked out by Nanoff. Cass with pressure. Turns it outside. Now looks back to Nanoff, who gets a touch. But ball kept in by John Stark by some persistent defense.
Hayden up front. He wanted that one to go diagonally.
That's a
in the
great ball
corner. That
there.
is a great ball. That's a dangerous play.
That's a great ball over the top, just outside out the 6. But Leandra Nault was cognizant to come out and grab that before it became more dangerous.
Really
Stark
nice play.
putting on the pressure here.
They are. Another dangerous ball.
Morgan Hawks over the top.
Another aggressive play by Leandra. Really nice coming off her line. She read it well.
And that's so important for a goalkeeper.
Yeah,
You can
that's a
really
good
help.
touch.
You can help out your defenders.
Good challenge, Allie. Good
Knocks
ball.
forward. That's
Ooh,
going to be
another
dangerous.
ball.
That's going to be dangerous.
Got to just hold her up, stand her
Gabby
up.
Cass,
That's
just
good
stall for time.
support.
Just
That's a nice play.
stall
Still a
for
good drive.
time.
Good defense there.
Kara Easter tries the one-timer. Little off bounce, leaning back, ball goes far and wide. A couple more substitutes. Kisselback comes back in for Goffstown,
Number 15,
replacing Nikki Paquette. 10 minutes remaining. First half, no score.
Good even play.
It has been. We've had one real good opportunity both ways. That was a little
Yeah, creative, crafty.
but too early.
Nice ball. That's a
nice
good
ball
diagonal
wide.
ball.
Brooke Shatney doing a little
Ooh,
dancing. There's a
dangerous. Gotta
nutmeg
come.
in the corner. She brings it left footer. Oh, it's a goal.
Really nice play.
I'm giving that goal to Shatney. Someone touched in maybe when
Yeah.
it was on the line, but that was nice, crafty offensive play.
As we like to say, that was trouble in River City. She got her isolated one-on-one outside, and then actually one of the Stark players joined her, so it was 2-on-1 outside, which is just dangerous. So Gabby's in a tough spot, and then I think she perhaps might have megged her.
She
on
nutmegged
that.
her, absolutely.
Yeah, put the ball between her legs, and again, dangerous play. Gave her too much time and space.
And then just a little soft left-footed shot that
Yeah.
just curled over Nault for the goal. That was nice. That was a nice offensive move.
Excellent composure.
And that was just individual play right there. So Goffstown needs to kind of
Big,
respond.
big 9 minutes here. It's a good decision there with Monique. Another dangerous ball. Got to bring it down.
But they're almost kind of
Challenge.
hit and hope
Yeah.
balls.
It's a good challenge.
Ball played outside.
Job, Gabby.
Cass chasing it down. Still Goffstown's ball. Yeah, when you get scored upon, you need to really respond.
It's a nice, simple ball. It's a dangerous. Good idea. Good ball by Bridget to Peyton McBride.
Oftentimes teams, when they score, they back up a little bit. They get overexcited and they stop playing for a little while. And this is the best opportunity to get the goal back is right after the other team scores.
Definitely a dangerous few minutes.
Gabby Cass, 8 minutes remaining first half. John Stark 1-0 lead over Goffstown. Played forward, Nanoff tracking it down, looks back to her keeper, plays it back to Nault. That's pretty confident.
It is. Nice ball by Leandra.
One-time ball out. McBride tries to handle it, knocked away, played once again to the danger player, Brooke Shatney, who showed a whole lot of skill on that first goal, but it goes out for a Goffstown goal kick.
Number 8, Kirsten Tower on for the Generals.
Kirsten Tower returning the game for John Stark. How do you think Coach Wiley sees what's happened thus far the first 33 minutes?
I'm thinking he's perhaps a teeny bit frustrated. I think at times we're doing some good things. We seem just a step behind, or just a bit more composure, I would say. I think this time's been like a good first touch, but then the second touch has eluded us. I mean, overall, some good things. Clearly, that goal will. Matt is a big into defense. He was a defender in high school and college, and I think that having someone win the inline and not getting the support as quickly as we needed it.
That's a good cross, but just goes over the end line for a goal kick. But once again, we've had some success going down the right wing.
Got to get that ball back across.
That's a tough turn.
It is. Got to get your hips swung around.
Now, what position? You played in high school and college. What position were you?
Many different ones. In high school, typically, and it was very typical. I mean, oftentimes you became forward. So I was a forward in high school. In college, started at outside back to center midfielder / stopper. So more midfield and stopper.
Seriously, you went to the back.
Yeah, I did.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. And how did you like that transition?
I enjoy. I just like playing. You know, I like playing, and I loved Ed Cannon. Great friend and mentor, great coach. So it was a great experience.
That's at St. Anselm College.
Correct.
Ball knocked forward. That's a good ball. Cut out nicely by Monique Sirois. Sirois. Oh,
Ooh,
danger ball
nice
again.
again.
Shatney. She's got good skills.
She does.
She looks to her right.
She can play.
Knocked down. Uh-oh, danger.
Nice.
No.
Creative, crafty little play there by Stark.
She's tough.
Yeah.
She's tough up front. You can see she's very skillful with either foot. Knocked forward again. John Stark regaining a little bit more offensive prowess right now. There's some contact there. Could have been called, but the ref let it go.
Good wide ball.
Brooke Shatney knocks it wide. Not a good ball coming across. Left-footed out by Allie LeBlanc. Chased down by McBride, but knocked forward once again by
Dangerous ball.
Shatney. She's tough.
She is. She
You can see she has some good ideas. Shatney on the ball again, wins it. Nanoff takes it away. Yeah, she's their dangerous player. Shatney again. Left-footed towards the middle. Nanoff there to knock it away. McBride knocks it forward. Knocked back in. Kirsten Tower on the ball for Stark. Gabby Cass playing good defense and gets the throw in. We're down to under 4 minutes, around 4 minutes left first period. With a 1-0 John Stark lead over Goffstown.
Good decision by Sid Gagnon. Nice,
That's a
simple
good ball back by Sydney Gagnon. Knocked forward a little too optimistic there for a couple more substitutes. Nikki Paquette and Alyssa Bork return for Goffstown, replacing Ashlyn Kuchar and Bridget Kisselbach. Under 3 minutes. The rain's starting to come down. It's obvious now. That's going to change a little the flavor of the game. The field is already slick. And we've noticed the sunlight is going away as we go on in the fall. We had an overtime game not too long ago, and it got dark by the end of it. That's a good ball through, a little too hard. Leandra Nault should be able to track that down. Goes out for a goal kick.
Good little player, Kara Easter. I believe she's a Seacoast Travel kiddo who I think Coach Wiley has coached. There's a couple freshmen on Stark who are very good. I think Kara Easter is one of them. She's definitely playing very well in the midfield.
And John Stark consists of the town of Henniker and Ware.
Henniker and Ware.
And has approximately 900 students. Is that about right? Maybe 1,000?
My guess is a little lower. It's probably 900. I think they've lost some staff over the years.
That's a nice call
Students,
forward.
excuse me. Good challenge by Sid Gagnon.
Ball played out by Stark. Looking forward to Shatney.
Ooh,
Gets by.
good aggressive play again.
Nault comes out and calls the ball. Good communication. She saved her defense some work right there. Knocked forward. A lot of the game up in the air. A lot of bouncing balls. Which honestly, as a team, you don't practice much on bouncing balls. And a third of the game is when the ball is bouncing. It's interesting how that works. We play a lot of short-sided, but you don't play ball bouncing. Shatney,
It's a nice one.
taken away by Nanoff, but not
good
far
first
enough.
touch.
Kara Easter plays it forward.
Again, simple ball, but dangerous ball.
Gabby Cass plays it out.
Won a corner from it. Again, Kara Easter's really having a good game.
So John Stark dangerous on the corner. What do you think should happen on a quarter? How do you like to play corners?
This would be my take, particularly in girls high school soccer, and I've watched quite a bit of girls' games over the last few years is that
on to the Generals.
a ball with pace to the back post is super, super dangerous.
Yep. Knocked. Oh,
Good no call. Ooh,
that was close. Her hand was away from the body.
yeah.
That's one of those that could have gone either way.
I think I saw him going to his pockets.
The red, I think, is in the back pocket usually. I think that was a break, a fortuitous break.
I'd like to call, though, because I just think it really is unintentional.
Well, I think if the hand is down at the side,
Yeah.
it's unintentional. But once again, Goffstown dodges a bullet right there. John Stark putting on the pressure, ball towards Shatney. She lets it run. Here comes Jocelyn Diamond with some space. Kind of rushes the cross.
Does.
Didn't really need to put it in there. Here's Shatney again. Nice touch
Closer.
inside. Takes it to her left foot.
Ooh, good play by Nicole Nanoff to challenge.
And off and Nanoff for a John Stark corner kick. We're under a minute approximately. Once again, the official time kept on the field. But John Stark has been dangerous in these last couple minutes.
Absolutely. They've definitely carried the play the last 10, 15 minutes.
Here's the corner. Ooh,
Ooh.
off a defender.
Great
And-
pace.
And Nault was aware there because it came right down at her feet.
Yeah.
She got down on it quickly. Quickly rolled out. Goffstown looking to create some offense in the waning moments of the first half. This is when you want to try to bite because when it hurts, when you score in the last minute, last 2 minutes, that really affects the other team emotionally. Well, we spoke too soon. Looks like that's halftime. Score at halftime, John Stark 1, Goffstown 0. We're going to throw it back to the studio for a little bit. We'll be back for halftime in just a couple minutes.
This is storybook! Storybook! They make movies over this, folks! This is storybook! Storybook! They make movies over this, folks!
Three, two, one. History has been making.
Welcome to Channel 40. Storybook! Storybook! They make movies over this, folks!
Live coverage, Goffstown High School athletics, girls soccer contest. John Stark Generals with a 1-0 lead over the Grizzlies of Goffstown. Andy Kraling and Frank McBride here, joined at halftime by athletic director Steve Fountain. Steve, it's been a great start to the fall. Some teams have shown some really, really positive things.
Outstanding. We've across the board. Thing I'm most pleased about is the sportsmanship that's shown on the courts and the fields throughout the start here. Very impressed, and it keeps getting better every year. But yeah, some big games across the board in each of the sports. Football's been in every game this year.
Let's go to the Exeter game.
Division I.
You got to think that's got to be one of the biggest wins in program history.
Wow. Yeah, I'd have to say it. If it isn't the one, it's right up there with it. No doubt about it. Getting one of the state's premier programs, 28-14 on your field is no easy task.
And there's a homecoming game coming up this Saturday.
We got Winnicott here, and we're in discussions about possibly playing it over at St. A's now because of a forecast for weather. We play 5 teams on this field. We try to keep it in the best shape we can, and it costs a lot of money to get sod. And if you get a bad day in a game like football, if you get a bad day on it, it could really do some damage. So we try to be very cautious with the field. We get compliments every year on how well maintained it is, and it's no short order. It's no easy task, but we do our best. So it might move over, but right now it's still scheduled for 1:30 on Saturday.
And there are a couple community service type projects that the athletic department has been involved in.
Yep. On the weekend, this weekend we have a great one. Our Goffstown Outstanding Athletic Leadership Group goal is running a fundraiser at the front of the school from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. this Saturday before and during the game. And it's a Ford fundraiser. Basically, all you have to do is show up. If you're 18 or over, you drive a car and you make $20 for the cause. And the cause is the group.
Wow.
And what the group does, it takes on a lot of initiatives. And some of the biggest things they do is they work with the Special Olympic kids. We do the Penguin Plunge, raise tons of money. Last year, I think the number was $17,000 for Penguin Plunge.
Wow.
For Special Olympics New Hampshire. And we have some athletes right here at Goffstown. I know him as Hayden. You probably know Hayden's last name. I can't off the top of my
Meany.
Meady is going to nationals out
Indianapolis.
No, L.A. next, not this summer, but next summer.
He's going to Indianapolis this weekend to participate.
Okay, I was unaware of that one. Yeah. I'm very excited for him, and our goal kids do a great job, and they really go down to UNH when the state games are there and cheer them on, and we raise a lot of dough for them, amongst other things. The group is 4 years old now, and they've done a lot of nice things with their leadership, and this fundraiser, it's really simple. Show up 15 minutes of time, and you'll raise $20 for the cause, and you have to be 18 to get the $20. Yeah.
Has any team this fall really surprised you with their performance?
This team right here,
Girls soccer.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been in every game. They've probably overachieved a little bit, losing a great goal scorer like Michelle Tremblay, and still being in the thick of it. And each 2 years there's a new cycle in schedule. And this schedule arguably is the most difficult one that's been they've been in front of. For various reasons. We have doubles with some very strong teams, and they've come out on the other side of it. I'm very impressed with them. Matt Wiley is a first-year coach. You spoke about it earlier. Has done a very, very good job. I watch him putting them through the paces out here on the practice fields, and it's they're always moving, and I'm impressed. I think they might need one striker. They need that one off the foot.
Well, we have a minute to go before second half begins. Steve, anything else you want to bring up before we say goodbye?
No, I think that'll do it. I'm just pray to God that the weather holds up a little bit for some of these other home games and homecoming. And we got the assembly coming up on Friday. I'm looking forward to that. And the kids do such a fabulous job here. They have the dance going on Saturday night, and there's a ton of activities. And very impressed again by the behavior. I'm very happy about.
And just to let the viewers know, your pants did dry.
They dry.
They're
fast dry.
They are dry.
Athletic directors have all the tricks.
Thanks, Steve, for helping out
You
here.
bet.
All right, just ready to start second half of action. Goffstown needs to come out fast, Frank.
They do. I thought they had a really good, I'd say 10 minutes from maybe like 10 minutes into the game to 20 in. And then I thought the last 20 clearly was dominated by Stark. They just won way too many individual battles. And I think a little bit more pace, a little more composure. I think, again, hoping and looking for better effort the last 40 here.
Well, it's a lot of, there seems to be a lot on and girls soccer in general, but high school soccer in general, the kids rush a little too much. They need to settle the ball down, and they have time, but they try to play too quickly.
When you have time and space, you gotta try to use it.
That's the dangerous player right there. Brooke Shatney, who had the great goal in the first half, the game's only goal. Nanoff heads it forward for Goffstown. But Shatney's the one with the skill. She's been their dangerous player. Ball knocked forward. There's some space for Casey Poirier. She has room on the left side. She's in alone. Once again, knocked out of bounds by Sam Woodward to clear it up once she got past the initial defense. Once again, it looked like there was an overcommitting there. You've got to play for time and wait for help to come help you.
You'll hear Coach say a lot is to stand them up.
Yep. There's no sense to rush in. Ball knocked forward.
That's a good win there. There was danger in the back post.
One timed by Liz Neal, way over the bar. But once again, John Stark with some sustained pressure to begin the second half.
Again, a couple dangerous plays early.
38 minutes, approximately 39 minutes. We just started second half action live here at Grizzly Park. The Grizzlies of Goffstown taking on the Generals of John Stark. John Stark got a great goal in the first half by Brooke Shatney to take a 1-0 lead. Goffstown put on a little pressure, but the last 10, 15 minutes of the first half were pretty much controlled by the Generals, who have justified why they're ranked fourth in the state. Free kick for Goffstown. That's going to be about 45 yards out. Peyton McBride looks like she's going to line it up. Is she going to drop it over the 18 and have someone run on?
I think ideally it'd be dropped over the 18, and you put about 12 yards away from the keeper, so they have to make a tough decision. Pretty good idea.
He gets there, skimmed, but it didn't quite make it.
Simple.
Played out. She's got to be offsides. And is an offside call. The ball's played back in. Sounds like one of our microphones is not working. Hopefully it's mine.
I probably stepped on something.
I've been moving things around, and I know we're not supposed to touch this thing. It is antique. Knocked out of bounds. Gabby Cass. We do want to thank the crew. Adam McCune, Drew down below, who has been doing everything technical here. He's running back up and down the stairs because apparently we do have an issue with one of our microphones. And they know better than to let me take a crack at it.
Drew Glott, a hard-working senior here.
And he's done a great job. He's been with the program for a long time.
He is. He's goes to Manchester School of Technology as well in the afternoon, studying video production. It is very, very. He loves it. It's a passion. You can see it. You can always find him around GTV 16.
Well, there's nothing more than hands-on work, and our association with MST has been something very positive. For the high school, has it not?
Absolutely. This year we have about 80 students, and typically anywhere from 80 to 100 students at the Manchester School of Technology, mostly in the afternoon, and get to do a lot of great hands-on work.
Well, and recently, Goffstown's received, the high school's received a lot of good academic news.
And last 5-6 years consistently, all of our academic indicators, if you will, have gone steadily northeast up. Clearly, state We have really great cooperative kids who are doing a lot of good things. Good dangerous ball by Payton. Drop back.
By
Go through.
down to a little more than 34 minutes remaining. Second period, John Stark 1-0 lead over the Grizzlies. Goffstown's made it a game, and actually there haven't really been a whole lot of offensive opportunities thus far in the second half.
Not at all.
But Goffstown, if they want to win, they need to get going and score early.
I would say that an early goal here would help the cause a lot.
Number 25.
Amanda Nikias comes into the game for the Generals. Ball knocked forward, kind of aimless, but it's going to skitter through. Nault has to come outside the box to knock it out with the right foot.
Good aggressive play.
Good smart play. And she was aware. Half the time, goalkeepers aren't really reading that, and that was a good smart play. John Stark, that's an aimless ball. Goes out of bounds for a throw-in.
Both sides here, I'd say, got to settle down a little here. There's some time and space to be had, and I think we're rushing things both ways.
Well, it happens a lot. I think there's a skittish aspect sometimes to sports where they feel like they have to go at 100 miles an hour, and they need to be calmed down, and there'll be a better style of play. That's a great ball forward.
That's a great ball. It's dangerous.
Peyton McBride left foots it, tries to beat the defender. It looks like we have a corner kick.
Winning corners are always dangerous, and as we've mentioned, Nicole Nanoff is very, very dangerous in the air. So,
well, as far as I'm concerned, you load bodies in the six, and you put the ball right in front of the goal.
Have someone on the keeper,
absolutely,
which he does.
I'd say put everybody in the six.
I'm a risk taker as well when it comes to these.
Oh, unfortunately, curls out before it gets to the goal.
As my old coach used to say, how many yards that way? I think the answer is 0. So, yeah, you got to try to keep them in play.
Number 5,
32 and a half minutes remaining, second period. John Stark holding on to the 1-0 lead. Inaugural Girls Soccer Live broadcast. Andy Kraling, Frank McBride here on GTV. Having a couple technical issues, but I think we got them squared away.
Oh, dangerous ball. Again, Leandra Nault's having a very good game in goal, being aggressive coming off her line. She is anticipating well, I believe.
She's playing like a sweeper, essentially. She fulfills the sweeper role. And a lot of back fours, but the flat back four now, the goalkeeper is that last defender, which is not the case. Wasn't the case back when we were playing back in the 70s and 80s.
Typically, you'd see more sitting back, if you will.
Yep. Looks like the rain is lightened up a little bit. That's a dangerous ball over the top, forcing the defender to make a choice. Nanoff playing it, holding the ball, plays it back. And it is cleared, but not too far. That's a great ball over the top. That's a great ball.
Dangerous play there.
Casey Poirier had a one-time shot, but didn't really get a whole lot of on it. Poirier again, right foots it across. Shatner trying to run it down, but unable to. So they're showing some thought right there.
They are, and I'd say a lot of it starting with Kara Easter. She's just hitting good ball after good ball. Every time she seems to touch it, she plays a nice, simple, dangerous ball.
Nope, I agree. And you see those couple kids make a big difference with how the rest of the team plays.
Absolutely.
And when you show someone with confidence and willing to take a few risks, it really changes the whole atmosphere of everyone around them.
Sure, Ken. That was a nice ball there.
That's a good forward. That's a good ball forward by Parker McBride.
Good touch.
Alyssa Bork with a left foot brings it in the middle. Knocked out by John Stark, but Bork still with the ball. That's a good move. Can't beat the second defender.
Good challenge. Good challenge.
This is the little pressure that Goffstown needs. But they need to get the ball once again in the middle, and it's hard.
It's been the difference, though, is you got to get that ball, quality ball across.
And if you don't get it in the first chance, everything mucks up.
Yeah.
John Stark wins it, knocks it forward. Nanoff chasing it down right around the midfield stripe. Looks back. Plays a smart ball back.
Chauffeur.
Sam Wood knocks it out. 30 minutes remaining, second half. Well, that's about the third whistle we've had.
Yeah.
We did talk at halftime to the officials about what I thought was a handball in the first half, and apparently my eyes have deceived me, which isn't the first time that's happened. It apparently hit across the chest, and the other official saw absolutely nothing at all. So you were right, Frank.
Or full disclosure, I think it did hit the hand, but I thought that it was really, really inadvertent, and that's such a steep penalty for a real inadvertent call, if you will. That steep meaning that if you touch the ball with your hand in the box, it's a penalty shot, which you score on more often than not.
Yep. Shatney once again with a nice ball, a little too much on it, but Kendall Kime fighting for it for John Stark down in the corner. It's not cleared out yet. But once again, they had some space, and they knocked the ball crossing down in the offensive third of the field, something that Goffstown has been unable to do thus far.
It's a good win by Nicky to Payton.
Knocked forward, but knocked back in by John Stark. Chased down. Nanoff knocks it out, but not totally clear.
And another good Kara Easter ball. Again, good simple wide ball, very dangerous.
Ooh, there's a tough challenge right there.
It's going to stay. Good challenge. Sid plays long over the top. Alyssa Bork, good first touch.
She's got no help here. Well, she got a little help behind, but she
now.
doesn't see. Knocked out. Good
Stays.
defensive play.
Number 6, Brittany Kesselbeck on to the Grizzlies. Number 7.
Bridget Kisselback returns to the game for Goffstown.
She's having a good game today. Hard-working freshman. Hard-working senior.
There's Gagnon, plays it wide. McBride, right-footed
It's a
across.
Good ball. Good
It
ball.
gets through.
Good ball. Got to be ready. Oh,
That was a kind of a
Dangerous
fan
play.
in the middle by Nikki Paquette. She had a lot of time and a lot of space.
She did, though. It's not simple to do. I think.
No, it's not. That's a tough skill.
I think it is there, and a good challenge. And Monique Soroyce, again, behind her, I think it's that notion that you got to anticipate it's going through.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I don't think she thinks it's going through
She didn't.
because she thought the defender was right there. The defender was going to clear it out.
didn't.
So it took her a little bit by surprise. But that's a good comeback for Goffstown right there. They
It
need
is.
more balls just
It
like
is.
that.
It is.
McBride looking forward, left foots it.
Good simple wide ball. Don't let him turn. A little bit better. Last few minutes here for Goffstown. A little bit better.
Well, you see some positive. You
We
see
do.
him going forward. You saw a ball crossed, which made it across the goal mouth.
Yeah.
Number 19, Sierra Blondo on to the Grizzlies.
Sierra Blondo replacing Peyton McBride. 27 minutes remaining, second half. John Stark holding on to a 1-0 lead over Goffstown. So there are some signs of life.
There are.
And soccer's the type of game that emotionally it can change very, very quickly. You string 3 passes together, and all of a sudden the team believes you can run through walls.
Yeah. And it's that one goal does a lot too. There's no doubt about it.
Looks like the rain stopped. It hasn't gotten any colder, although I don't have a thermometer with me. If I'm guessing, it's probably still in the upper 50s. Goffstown controlling the ball right around midfield.
If I'm to believe my iPhone, which I typically do, I'm seeing 57.
57. So that's pretty close. Hasn't gotten any colder. Ball knocked forward. Blondo with some space.
Corner.
They get the corner here once again. Goffstown with a dangerous position. Yeah, I put everyone in front of the goal, knock it in front, and good things happen.
Yeah.
I don't think most players are good enough to play it to the 18 for a one-time shot. I just don't think. I'd rather see ping pong in front of the goal.
Yeah, I'm a fan of flooding the box.
Sir Royce with the corner kick. Right foots
That's
it
a
in
dangerous
swinger.
ball.
That's a
Dangerous
perfect
ball.
ball. Nanoff.
It's in.
And the goal. Just
really,
like we said.
Really, really nice play.
Just
really
like we
nice
said,
play.
Sir Royce put the ball on the 6, No,
Nice.
Nanoff,
I think someone else might have touched it though. I'm not
Maybe.
I'm not positive on the goal.
but Nanoff was the
Big,
first. Was the
big,
first goal. Went near
big
post. The
play.
goalie wasn't able to get it. Ties the game up. Well, I think for our purposes, we're saying Nicole got that goal.
Well done. She won the air ball in a very, very nice play. Nice cross by.
It goes back to what you said, how dominant she is in the air.
She's dominant in the air. Monique Soroyce, again, really nice cross.
That was a great ball. So once again, we're tied up. And here's Shatney.
Here's the quick answer.
She's the danger player. Plays a left footer
Yeah, she can play.
way out wide to Casey Poirier. Casey Poirier trying to beat the defender. Good stand up there by Goffstown. There's no sense in overcommitting. And they got numbers behind the ball, and they were able to
Yeah,
clear it out
Nice
cleanly.
ball. Textbook by Ali LeBlanc really stood her up. Good idea there by Alyssa Bork.
Little too far, so knocked back by Stark.
Definitely see a bit more skip and a step here of Goffstown.
Well, there's plenty of time left.
Plenty of time.
That's a tough ball. Knocked in by Liz Brandt.
Good challenge by Ali. Good touch.
And we got that call right straight from the horse's
We'll
mouth.
take it.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
That was almost Ed Hockley like.
Oop. So once again, we have a ball game, and it comes from a dangerous corner kick. And it comes from getting forward and getting
Good simple
bodies
ball.
forward.
Good challenge.
Two good challenges right in a row.
I'll take a simple ball. Right idea. Again, mishit it a bit, but right idea.
Casey Poirier being shadowed by Ali LeBlanc. Knocked out. Good defense by Sam Woodward. Just kind of stood her up, and you don't have to overcommit. And you don't have to force a challenge when you don't need to.
That's better.
McBride. Back to Gagnon. In the middle to the other McBride. Sorry.
Tad bit of a mishit, but good
It was a little-
challenge.
it was a
Good
little over-
challenge.
a little
I like,
overhit.
I like the aggressiveness. I often say if you pick up your pace, good things happen.
Speed is you can't beat speed.
You definitely
And speed of thought.
You definitely can. I'll take both.
I had none back in my playing days.
And
That's Poirier. Knocks it across. Nanoff's there to knock it forward. Goffstown pending a little in its area for the last couple minutes. Hasn't really done much offensively.
good touch. I should mention, Mr. Kraling being very modest, a big-time soccer player in the day. Rumor has it he was flown into Dartmouth College as a recruit, and they actually took him.
There was
So-
that's a big rumor.
And I think he stayed there for a few years.
Oh. 22 minutes remaining. Second half tie ball game. Goffstown with as far as we can tell, a Nicole Nanoff goal did not the score in the second half. And we've got ourselves a ball game.
We do. Has a good feel here on the Goffstown side right now.
Well, you can see both
Yeah.
sides have stepped it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're playing with a little more speed. There's a little more intensity.
Urgency.
Yep, urgency is the exact word. From both sides,
I agree.
they don't want to lose.
Ooh.
That's a tough throw on the skipping surface.
Tough call too on that one too, because she did get bumped from behind. But again, it's probably a no call.
Yeah,
so,
I think
yeah,
I would agree
yeah.
with that. I would agree with that. Let them play.
Ooh, good idea.
Knocked out by Liz Brandt for John Stark. Goffstown continue to make some progress down the sidelines.
Good dangerous play here. Good ball.
That's a great ball across.
Good ball
Lay
again.
back.
Ooh.
This is danger right here. This is danger. Jocelyn Diamond gives a little shove off. The defender slows outside
Good
the 18.
challenge,
Good
good
challenge by
challenge.
Nanoff. Gives up the corner, but better that than giving up a direct shot on
And
goal.
guess what? Nice play by Kara Easter again. Kara Easter starts every play here for the Generals. Yeah, keeps hitting nice balls.
Are you sure you're looking at the right number? I'm joking. I'm joking. They gave us a roster. Let's be full disclosure here. They gave us a roster which was not in numerical order, so we're just kind of skipping around trying to find kids.
Being a rookie that I am, Andy told me that could be trouble. I didn't believe him, but it's difficult, I can tell you. So, to any John Stark General student, athlete, or parent, I apologize if I'm screwing up your name.
That's a good ball right there. That was Kara Easter on the shot, right-footed shot, which was handled easily by Nault. But once again, she had an opening. She took it. It was a one-hopper that Nault cradled to her chest. Kicked over midfield.
Leandra has had a rock-solid game. That's a good challenge.
Well, honestly, there was nothing she could do on the goal.
Yeah.
First off, it was dribbled up the touch line. I mean, up the end line, and beat 2 defenders before the beautiful little chip shot. But yes, she's been really smart. I liked how she's played. 20-minute mark, halfway through the second half. Still a 1-1 game here at Grizzly Field in Goffstown and John Stark girls soccer.
Ooh, don't get them all right. You don't get them all right.
Well, most of the time you flip a coin.
Yeah.
If you don't, I can honestly say as an official, as a soccer official, those are really hard. Throw-ins are really hard to call. Good play again by Nault to take down the bouncing ball.
And guess who that good ball was from?
Don't. She's on the far side. I need to get some glasses to make sure that's the right girl over there.
Could someone double her? Let's run down a coach and say, could we double 19, please?
Free kick just over the halfway line. Looks like Nanoff's going to take this. Nope, she's going to go forward. Looks like one of the McBride sisters stepping up to take the kick.
I would say it's worth mentioning Peyton has taken a few additional dead balls recently. Senior and outstanding student athlete Georgia Kane is one of the key cogs on this team, hurt her knee. So this is her, I want to say, second game in a row that she's missed, and she's definitely a big loss.
Is she going to be able to make it back?
I think she is going to be able to make it back. You know, knee injuries, you just never know for sure. I think she was diagnosed with a strained MCL. So
And she's a tough.
She's a definite, super aggressive, super tough competitor.
Yep. That presence is missed. Oh, that's a great ball. That's a great ball.
Good play.
Nault comes out to knock it over and cleared out finally.
Another safe one, too. Another safe one, and we win the ball at midfield with a tough skip.
That was dangerous. That was a dangerous cross. Put it right in front of the goalie. Made the goalie have to make a play. Under the last 20 minutes, 18 minutes remaining, 1-1 game. We honestly don't want to have to go to overtime. It's getting dark already. And overtime, if you recall, 2 10-minute halves, sudden victory. We don't want to say sudden death anymore because I guess that's a little offensive. Yeah. But sudden victory, if you score, you win.
You do. Golden goal, as we call it in soccer, right? Golden goal.
Sudden victory. Do you like sudden victory? Or do you say sudden death?
I like sudden victory, but maybe I'm like 14 years in administration now, so I'm really politically correct. So.
Yep. You have to use the right words. Yeah. I mean, that's important. Ball knocked forward, Nanoff. Bork going for it. Cleared up by Liz Brandt.
Good quick throw in. I like it. This is dangerous here.
That's smart. That's smart.
You won a corner. Won a corner by a good quick throw in. Nice play by Parker.
Now I'm guessing we'll have a right footer take it, so it'll be an outswinger.
So they're going back. So Monique Sorois, who has typically been the one who's taking a lot of these corners. Every once in a while, Coach Wiley's thrown in different people as she's a back who plays the whole game. So sometimes he mixes it up. But she just had the beautiful assist on the prior corner. So going back to Monique Sorois. Look at him, Andy. They're listening to you. We got 2 people right in front of the keeper now. We got more and more people.
You put it right there.
Another dangerous ball.
That's a great
dangerous ball.
Nana flying in, unable to get it, knocked back in, but goes wide. Once again, they were dangerous.
Allie LeBlanc got her head on it. Nice, dangerous play. I like the aggressive move by Coach, putting more people in the box.
Absolutely. That's exactly what you need. And it almost was effective. I'm kind of torn on corners. I like in-swingers. As a former goalkeeper, I did not want to see the ball come in towards the goal. And I was happy when the opposing team took an out-swinging corner kick.
Yeah.
Midfield, Tried to play a through ball, knocked down by Nanoff, but sent back in by John Stark.
Really, really good decision by Sam Woodward, another one of our bright student athletes, to not touch that ball and let it run back to the keeper. Oftentimes you'll see defenders try to play that and they get themselves in trouble by playing it, where you can just let it harmlessly bounce back.
And a lot of that's communication from
It
the
is.
goalkeeper
It
saying,
is.
leave it, number
It
one.
is. Good instincts.
Liz Brandt chasing back for John Stark, covered
Good
by
compete,
Peyton
good
McBride.
compete. Good things happen when you win the small battles. Want another throw in here?
Parker McBride with the throw. Do they normally
Nice
play on the
throw.
same side?
They do at times.
Knocked forward. Chased down by Sidney Gagnon. Nanoff with a
Good,
nice move
good
in the middle
touch.
of the
Good
field.
dangerous
That's
ball,
a
and
great
she's
ball.
in. Will she get there?
Look
good
at the middle of the
pace.
field. Look at the middle
Good
of the
early
field.
ball.
Oh, Gagnon was, Alyssa Bork was there.
Alyssa Bork and Nikki Paquette.
That's a great ball across.
It is, and this ball's staying in still, so keep your head up, girls, here.
She tried to play with her right
She
foot.
did.
And once again, this is the danger spot.
Good up and down
It's
action
through to
here.
Brooke Shatney. She's the
Yeah.
skillful player. Shatney with her left foot. Great
Good
defense.
challenge, Good challenge. Good challenge. Good challenge.
Ali LeBlanc with a good defensive play. Looks like we're going to have a corner. But
Corner.
John Stark was very dangerous on that counterattack, and it was Shatney once again,
Yeah.
but shut down by a nice play by Ali LeBlanc. Once again, that was a great cross by McBride. The people were there. Just was a swing and a miss situation. And the rain's starting again, so that's going to change the dynamic of the game.
I don't even know if we'll let this one go first.
Cleared out easily by Nanoff. She's a rock back there. She
She
really is.
Good touch.
Oh, we saw that coming. Your arm was out to the
Was it a
side.
little handball?
It looked like a little handball. The ref saw that one.
I think I'm rooting more than seeing at the moment. I didn't see that one.
It's hard not to, actually,
is.
when you have an emotional attachment to
is.
the players.
It is.
It's hard not to root
It is.
for good things to happen for your team. This is Megan Blanchett on the free catch. Looking forward, plays it down the middle.
Good
That's kind of
challenge.
aimless. That wasn't really towards
I
anybody.
like that touch. Good challenge.
Yeah, now
Careful
it's got
early
some
ball.
keep
Good
going.
challenge. I like it. Good composure here.
Keep
Good
going.
movement off the ball by the other three.
Look
Good
at the middle.
ball. Good. Oh. Keep working, Alyssa. Good win. That's
Wait.
really nice stuff. Good decision.
And just calm down. There
Good
we go. You hear the
decision.
coach saying
Yeah.
relax.
I liked it. Good win by Alyssa Bork. Good win again.
It's not out.
Staying in. This could be dangerous if you get it across.
If she can get a left footer. We have McBride
Good
right in front of the
ball.
goal. It's there.
Ooh.
Nope. Is it a corner or it looks like a goal kick?
Unlucky.
So you were going to comment before
I was
about that
going to
cross.
say, it's funny, I'm going back to my old coach, Ed Kinnan. We used to call it line of action. So I think the ball's hard because they're above the ball, if that makes sense. And it's harder to try to make the quick touch. The ball's coming across with a lot of pace. If you get wide early and you're coming directly behind the line of the ball, even if you do nothing, it'll smack off you. So you could get bumped in the head and fall over, and it's still going to bounce towards the goal because it's going to hit off your body. So I think, again, some of that early preparation, getting behind the ball more than above the ball.
Well, not getting there too early.
Yeah.
Kept in. Sidney Gagnon, but knocked out by John Stark.
Hoping not to jinx them here is that they're definitely a good couple minutes again here. The start, Goffstown, I think, is.
Well, you've seen some positive things.
They're playing dangerous here, playing a feet.
That was the best chance they've had in the second half.
Yeah.
That was a great cross, and there were two people there who could have gotten it.
Yeah.
Ashlyn Kuchar coming back into the game for Goffstown. Casey Poirier back on for John Stark.
Number 7, Ashley Couture on for
12 minutes remaining, second half, 1-1 game, John Stark and Goffstown. GTV live broadcast. Andy Kraling, Frank McBride here at Grizzly Field, flanked by Athletic Director Steve Fountain on the microphone. But we got ourselves a ball game, and both teams have had some chances in the second half. And hopefully we can get it settled before going to overtime.
Nice dangerous ball here.
It's
Nice
over the
dangerous
top,
ball.
Alyssa
She's in.
Bork.
Keep working, keep working. Good simple play.
Knocked out, good defensive play.
Nice defensive play. That was dangerous.
Sam Woodward plays it forward. Intercepted by Kara Easter.
That's a good play again. Good dangerous play here.
Ali LeBlanc. Ball needs to be settled down.
Ooh.
Played wide. Casey Poirier can't control it.
Good idea.
Well, put it where people aren't.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't
Play
want to
wide.
put it where people are half the time.
It's a good challenge. Stark has played very solid defensively. I will give him that.
Well, there haven't been that many
Yeah.
opportunities. Actually, let's be honest. There haven't been that many opportunities for either team.
Yeah.
We can count them on one hand.
I think that speaks to two disciplined, well-organized teams.
Brooke Shatney, knocked out. I've been impressed with her at number 9. She's got a really
She
nice
is.
touch. She's only a sophomore. Just look how calm she was with the ball
is.
there.
You see the composure.
Yes,
The
that's a,
big,
that's a tough ball right there.
typically the big difference you see as kids get more and more skilled in any sport, but definitely soccer, is that composure.
Well, it's just that calmness on the ball.
They have an ability to slow things down.
This is Katie Luce in the corner. Left foot to the crotch, knocked out by Nanoff. It's going to be a corner kick for John Stark. This is going to be dangerous because the rain is actually really starting to come down now. I wouldn't say it's a driving rain, but it's certainly a lot heavier than it's been at any point in the game. And the ball's going to slip and slide its way around, so this is a dangerous opportunity for the Generals.
As we all stand here, 3 former athletic directors, 1 current athletic director and 2 former athletic directors here in the box, is that, this is where you look like a genius on a rainy day when it's not raining, but then when it starts raining hard here, you start to look less smart. So,
Well, I always said it was easy for me to look less smart,
Yeah.
trust me. That ball's cleared out by Nanoff. Once again, John Stark left foots it in. Ooh, tough ball.
dangerous.
Looked like the hands were
Could have
up.
been.
That's Casey Poirier, plays it back to Liz Brandt.
Good one.
Knocked across. Not cleared totally. Katie Luce with a one-timer.
Dangerous
That
play.
was a
Nice
tough ball.
Nice ball. Again, you talked about composure a little. That would have been one heck of a goal.
Well, we watched, I was here last week for the boy, actually earlier this week, the boys John Stark Goffstown game, which actually went down to the wire, and it was a back and forth battle, and Brennan Pouliot won it with a 30-yard bomb off a corner kick.
30 seconds to go, overtime victory.
Here's a good ball in.
And
Once again,
Another dangerous play.
Leander comes off the line to pick it up. We're down to under 9 minutes of regulation time. John Stark, though, is putting on the pressure.
They are right at the moment. They're winning all, again, talk about winning the little battles. They're winning the little battles.
The ball hasn't come out of the Goffstown end in quite a while here.
Good D.
Just hold them up.
Better job standing them up.
Casey Poirier. Once again, good D. And we have another corner kick.
Dangerous. Giving up too many corners. Never a
Morgan
good
Hawks
thing.
comes in for John Stark. And Nikki Paquette returns to the game, replacing Ashlyn Kutcher. This is going to be a tough one. I think this is an in-swinger. They're going to have a right-footed player play right in front of Leandra Nault and make him make the play. Nope, doesn't make it. That was a driven ball right around the 12-yard line. Still played out. John Stark still puts it right in front.
Ooh,
Skims off of
great
Danoff's
win.
head.
Great win. That was a dangerous play, and there was someone right there.
Ball's not cleared. Played back and knocked across. Danoff
Nice
once
win by
again.
Nicole. Holy moly.
She clears that about 40 yards.
That's a. Whoa.
I thought I heard a whistle on
I
that.
did too. Maybe that was the other field. Speaking of the other field, it looks like it's a 2-0 lead for the Goffstown Grizzlies. JV, that is. JV girls play on the field opposite us, and it looks like a 2-0 lead with 2 minutes to go. JV teams had a spectacular season. They've only lost 1 game. Girls are playing great.
New coach for them.
Angelina Lebrod, a new PE health teacher and coach, has done a really, really nice job. Girls have responded well to her.
That's great. It's tough. It's tough to be a coach nowadays.
It
There's
is.
a lot of responsibilities, a lot of time, and it's tougher to find people in the building who are willing to coach.
It is. We've been fortunate and lucky, and Steve and I talk a lot about it. It is an enormously important job. Enormously important job.
Well, it's just another classroom. It's a different classroom.
It is, and you have a super captive audience.
Here's the first sustained pressure that Goffstown's had in the last 10 minutes.
Nice play.
Good fight.
Good challenge. White throw. Could be dangerous again. Good early throw. I like the decision.
Parker McBride looking for his sister Peyton down the line
Good ball.
and wins the corner
Good
kick.
ball.
That's well done.
Smart play. When the ball's going to the touch line, inline, excuse me, you're looking to knock it off them. Because, again, the corner kicks in all soccer are dangerous, but in girls' high school soccer,
Yep.
uber dangerous.
Well, you find that the girls' goalkeepers are not as good in the air. They're
Yeah.
not comfortable catching that ball over their head. Now, here's the ball.
I'm going to put the odds 50-50 that
That
this
they're
could
gonna
end up
score?
in the back of the net.
Seriously?
This is if the ball is in the box.
Okay.
If the ball is in the box.
Once again, 2 people near the keeper.
Dangerous ball.
Great ball.
Dangerous ball.
It gets out, played out, knocked back in over the top, but a little off kilter.
So did I say 25% chance?
I
That
think you
was
said 50%. So you can just
Good ball by Monique Sirois.
you can leave the dollar bill here on the table. 5:30 remaining. Deadlocked game. John Stark and Goffstown 1-1 second half. Andy Kraling, Frank McBride here, GTV.
Good challenge.
Played out. But this is the best Goffstown look in the second half, basically.
Playing aggressive. Nikki Paquette again, senior. Really, really nice aggressive play there. I liked her decision. Came through the ball hard. Good simple ball by Payton. Parker, excuse me, to Payton. Good win. Got to win it.
And played forward.
Good win again by Nicole Nanoff. Gosh, good win.
Settle the ball.
That's a nice simple ball. Good win. Simple ball here. Simple ball.
Look
Oh,
outside.
Dangerous
Great
ball.
ball. Nikki Paquette just wide.
Really, really dangerous ball by Parker to Nikki Paquette.
That's a great ball. That's a nice little touch
Great
to her
ball.
right. Simple, and it gives your teammate an opportunity to put something on goal. This isn't a difficult game. It needs to be simple and simple angles. And that was a nice touch by Parker McBride. Goal kick, John Stark. Played right back in by Peyton McBride.
Dangerous again here.
Chased down by
Good
Alyssa
challenge.
Bork.
Got to get there.
Slow the ball down. Looks back. Miss hit.
It's all right. It's all right. It's going to stay. Good effort.
4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes as the rain continues to fall. First day of October, isn't it?
And
This is October 1st.
it is. And really, you would be nice play here. Good drive to net here. Keep working hard, Alyssa. Oh, she fast. Good aggressive play. Back across. Ooh,
She kept with it, and she did get an opportunity there at the end.
good aggressive play.
It's easy to back off once you've lost the ball for the first time, but she didn't, and she got another chance. That's a good header. Cut off.
Nice.
Sydney Gagnon looks
This
forward.
is dangerous again. Alyssa is really strong and fast.
Alyssa Bork gets some help, but cleared well.
Alyssa's only a sophomore in her primary sport, at least at the moment, is lacrosse. She is, I think, the sky's the limit how good she could be in soccer if she wants to continue to put time into it, because
Well,
she's very athletic.
It's a very athletic family, is
Oh,
it not?
It is. It is. So, some great Goffstown High School graduates, collegiate lacrosse player, a brother who has not come to Goffstown High School is a UNH hockey player. Her junior brother is a star running back for the Goffstown Grizzlies, Connor.
All right, here's a very dangerous situation here for Sirois on the free kick. About 16 yards out.
Dangerous
Plays it in
ball.
front. Oh,
Ooh.
the keeper
Corner kick.
touched it. I thought she mishandled it, but it goes out for a corner kick. Once again, Goffstown has been dangerous on the set pieces.
This is good stuff, and I should mention I'm going back to Connor. Connor's also a back-to-back state champion in wrestling as well, Alyssa's brother.
Wow.
Freshman and sophomore. Freshman and sophomore years.
Sirois on the corner. Once again, in-swinger was played a little bit farther out. Nanoff tracks
challenge.
it down, but it's cleared out by the
Got
John
time,
Stark
got
defense.
time. Good. That's going to stay. Got to get there.
Down to the final 2 minutes kept on the field, so we're not quite sure exactly how much time is remaining, but we're in the final 2 minutes.
And as Andy mentioned before, this is in FIFA here, so we don't have the little guy in the midfield showing a number to us. So we're speculating about a minute and a half, I'd say.
Well, Steve right here just shut off the clock at 2, so I'm assuming he's pretty close to being accurate.
He's pretty trustworthy. Good ball.
Alyssa Bork trying to track down, unable to get there. Nanoff knocks it away.
Good decision.
John Stark regains control just on their half of the field. That's a long ball forward. It's over Nanoff's
Again,
head.
That's another smart decision by Nicole. They had no need to play it. It's got enough pace. It's going to go all the way back to the keeper.
Well, and she saw Leandra Nault was
Yep.
coming off the line and was aware of what was going on.
Good win by Parker. Good touch by Nicole.
Played back.
Nice ball.
Kisselbach
Nice
looking
ball.
forward. It gets by Bork. And here's some trouble right here. Ball to space. That's a good ball to space by Angie Biso. Played forward to Jocelyn Diamond.
Good play. A challenge.
Cleared out. Liz Neal brings it down.
It's good effort.
Over
by
to Kara
Sid Gagnon.
Easter.
Simple.
She can't play to the keeper.
Dangerous player.
That was a tough
It
ball.
was
You can
a
see there's some indecision right there.
It's a real tough one. I agree with Coach Wiley. That was a good decision by Nicole because when in doubt, they play it safely out.
Yep. And a little over anxious on the defense by John Stark. That's
That is.
end
We're going
of
to overtime.
regulation.
Going to overtime.
And we are going to overtime.
What else would you expect from a John Stark Goffstown High School game than overtime? 5-2-1 versus 6-2-1. This has got some time left to settle it.
Well, let's look at some of their results, just as we have a chance to kind of look over some things. John Stark, one of John Stark's losses was an early 5-0 loss to Hanover, which they avenged just this past week, beating Hanover 2-1.
Hanover, again, Hanover's a great team, and when you play at Hanover, they have turf, and they're very skilled and talented, so turf plays to their advantage. And then I think perhaps maybe underestimated Stark a little when they came to play them at their place, but a heck of a win for John Stark.
That's a tough drive to get to. I mean,
is.
particularly if you're coming down from Hanover to Ware,
Yep.
that's not an easy trip. And we're looking at Goffstown's upcoming games. Hollis Brookline coming up this week is always a tough one.
I would argue that could be the best team that we've seen.
Hollis Brookline.
Hollis Brookline, and again, they have some losses, but there's some really good team in Division II, and really pretty soccer. Hollis is a very skilled team. I would be surprised if we do not see them in the Final Four of Division II girls soccer.
Well, I see Hanover's on the list too, and Goffstown has not played Hanover during the year.
We don't. I like to say that's the one. There's two really tough teams that we don't play, Portsmouth and Hanover, both whom we played last year once, but we've definitely replaced it with some powers. When you go down the
Sauhegan.
standings, Oyster River, who again we beat in overtime last week, a great 3-2 game at Oyster River. They're 7-2. We then play Stark, again, the fourth-seeded team who we're playing today. And then when you go Wyndham, we have twice, again, beat them last weekend as well. Hollis Brookline, the next team in the standings, play twice. Pembroke, then Sauhegan, and Sauhegan we play twice. So, again, play a lot of the top teams, which I think will make the girls stronger come playoff time.
So they had a great win against Oyster River this past week.
Oyster River, it was I'll go back. So Oyster River was Tuesday, the Friday before we played Sauhegan, which is a huge rival, and Sauhegan has kind of had our number. And we had a great first half, 0-0 game, played fabulous. And then second half, not as much. And it was just one of those games where, again, Sauhegan got a goal, and then it just was not pretty from there. So 3-0 win, Sauhegan. So then you go out to Oyster River, who at the time I think maybe only had one loss. They were like 6-1, and probably to date that was the best game of the season, where we were up 2-0 with 3.5 minutes to go. Though we made it interesting. There was a penalty kick called to make it 2-1. Then they scored on about a 20-yarder with about a minute and a half to go. So that game went to overtime, and the girls pulled it out. And it actually, as we've been talking about it, Alyssa Bork, her first varsity goal was an overtime winner at Oyster River.
Oh, that's wonderful. So what is a realistic goal for this team? Where do you think they actually can finish?
Oof. No,
To put you on the spot.
That's as hard as the lights. That's as hard as the lights, to which I haven't answered yet still, is that I think
Top 8. You want to be in the top 8.
Yes.
You want to get a home game.
And I think if my math is all right, I think counting today, there were 8 games left in the schedule for us counting today. So I think realistically, I mean, it could be we could be 4-4, and I still think you make that into the top 8, and I think you could be 4-4 and play very, very well. Could the girls win 5 or 6 games? They could, but there's some, again, really tough opponents, and I think as we've seen today, anything can happen. But I think they'll continue to build and get strong, and they clearly have so far this season.
So traditionally, Division II has had a number of very, very strong programs, which kind of don't vary much over the years. And New Hampshire itself has produced some very, very strong women's soccer players from Division II, Morgan Andrews being the biggest name that everybody knows.
What a fabulous player. And again, it was nice to see. I guess it was nice in a way to see her still play in high school as she was beating everyone. But again, she helped lead Milford to the championship a few years ago. Great player, national team player.
Yep, I think she's on the under-19s, under-21s. But she's currently playing at Notre Dame, who I think is nationally ranked. Yeah. They won the national title, I believe.
Very, very good.
Go ahead.
The jump back here is that, one thing I'm a lot of things impress me about Coach Wally, but one is he makes a lot of in-game adjustments, and he has confidence in all of his players. And Bridget Kisselbach has had a really, really good game. And I can tell you, she's never, I don't believe, played back in her career, and she's a senior. And she's played outside left back here a lot in the second half.
Yes.
And I think she's done a really, really nice job.
So that shows he has confidence in her.
He does, and let's make sure I don't jinx her. Yes.
Oh, so we started the first overtime period. Once again, we play 10 minutes of sudden victory or golden goal. If you score, you win. If they don't score, they will play another 10-minute. And if that ends with no goals, then we have a tie.
As opposed to if it was the playoffs, you go to the shootout, which you see in the World Cup.
Right. Now, see, I can't even call it a shootout. It's a penalty kick situation.
Penalty kick, excuse me.
No, that's fine. There's Alyssa Bork. She beats the defender. A little too long
Good
touch. Beats her
play.
again. All it takes is one opportunity.
It does.
To end the game.
Time and space here for Bridget. I like the composure there.
Yeah, she's had a lot of playing time in this second half.
She has. She played well.
Allie LeBlanc chasing it down on the right side. Katie Luce, who's seen a lot of action for John Stark back in the second half, plays it back. Liz Brandt.
Let me tell you, that was a really, really, really nice play by Allie LeBlanc there. That ball was dangerous in a dangerous space with a dangerous play and really good defense by.
And what did she do? What did she do to make? What did she do to make that play?
She played, first of all, really aggressive, got there, but then she stood her up so she couldn't turn, which was really important.
And that's the key.
Yeah, don't want the danger. And here she now she's dangerous position.
Left-footed ball, and we've scored a goal.
Jinxed it here again. It's that notion. So go back to the plays before. Didn't let her turn. Dangerous kiddo. We let her turn and face the goal, and again.
That looked like Brooke Shatney again with the left foot.
It was number 9 again,
who scored the first goal.
Yeah.
And it looked like actually a mishit. She didn't hit it properly, and it kind of caught Leandra Nault by surprise and went over her head for the game winner just less than 2 minutes into the first overtime period.
Yeah.
Number 9, Brooke Shatney.
Dangerous play. Good play by Brooke Shatney. Had a heck of a game, and again.
Travels home to John Stark.
That's a tough way to lose a game.
It is. It just didn't get a chance to really settle down and play in the overtime. I thought Stark had the possession advantage, and again, made a dangerous play. Well,
we've made it through the first broadcast. I don't think we're at each other's throats yet. I think that people are going to be happy that GTV is really putting forth a positive effort to expose the community to the young student athletes at Goffstown High School. I think they put on a great performance, and Frank, I think it's gone really well.
Andy, it's been a pleasure, and I should mention, and you said it earlier, is Adam McCune from GTV has just done a spectacular job for the few years that he's been leading GTV, just getting more and more broadcasts out there. So we appreciate, on the school side, we appreciate all that he has done for the students here at Goffstown High School. It's been great.
And let's thank Drew down below. Drew, thanks so much for all your expertise and your help. And once again, Andy Kraling, Frank McBride here from Goffstown High School. The final score, John Stark 2, Goffstown 1. We're going to throw it back to the studio. Thanks for joining us on GTV.